much will you pay for a putter President Ronald Reagan once used? How about an Apollo hand controller or an original piece of Apple technology?
It is the board that changed the world.
A revolution in tech.
Wow, it's like Christmas morning opening these things.
Built by the ultimate odd couple.
And it started with a $600 board made by a couple of hippies in a garage.
Now up for auction.
Of course I'm nervous.
It's worth a pretty penny if it works.
If it works. Our next guest obtains and auctions off these rare items as a host of Fox Nation's Selling History, which is available now on Fox Nation. Bobby Livingston joins us here on the set. Bobby, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so let's start with this thing. It's part of American history. This is the first Apple computer?
That's right. This is an Apple I computer, and it actually works.
But it's just a board. There's no box.
I know. These cost about $666, and you had to buy your own power supply, your own keyboard, and there's only about 60 of them that still exist. They only made 200. And you know who? And Steve Jobs himself wrote a serial number on the back of this one, and it was made by Wozniak in the garage of Steve Jobs.
The whole idea behind your series on Fox Nation is every one of these things has a story, and you tell the story. For instance, tell us about Ronald Reagan's putter and how you were able to verify that he actually used it.
Well, this putter was brought onto Air Force One when Reagan was going to meet Gorbachev for the first time, the first Russian leader, and one of his aides had the golf club, and they wanted to break the tension.
Yeah.
They're waiting to go to meet Gorbachev, and Reagan uses this putter to golf, to relax on Air Force One, and the guy that had it, he retained it. And this is all in the show. You get to learn everything about this golf club and how we know it's authentic.
All right. That deadly day in Dallas when John F. Kennedy was killed.
Right.
This is actually one of the roses that Jackie Kennedy had that day?
Right. This rose was in the limousine as she drove through Dealey Plaza with the president. We know what happens. They go to Parkland Hospital, and at some point, a policeman retains this rose, and it's given to one of the most famous journalists in Dallas, Jay Watson. He's the guy that interviewed Zapruder live on the air. So the show kind of tells the whole story.
Sure, indeed. All right, Apollo 17. Last mission to the moon, and this is one of the controllers.
Right. Where your hand just was is where Gene Cernan used that controller to bring Apollo 17 home. The last man on the moon brought the Americans home using that. And, you know, it's incredible. It's got all the provenance you want, but we have to prove it actually flew.
Absolutely. And here you've got the temporary parts removal tag. So this is an authentication from the federal government that this was taken off of that.
That's right. That's right. And it's something you're going to have to learn about on this incredible Fox Nation show we have.
All right. So check out Fox Nation, and you'll actually see the auction coming up in a couple of weeks, right?
Right. The shows don't have an ending, so you have to wait to June 23rd to actually watch the auction to find out what this is going to sell for and this is going to sell for and all of it. So it's an amazing event, June 23rd in Boston.
Bobby Livingston, thank you very much.
Great.
A little bit of history right there.